It is time for the next installment of Conversations, underwritten by Amber Engine. Amber Engine was founded by a team of home furnishing industry innovators, technologists, and experts. Their whole mission is to create a powerful set of tools that make data sharing for the home furnishing industry easy and efficient. We recently added a beloved furniture sponsor, Mo's Home Collection. I'm Dean Horowitz, president of PBM and publisher of Furniture Today. In each of these episodes, we talk to a company or individual that's really pushing our industry forward through innovative thinking and execution. In this conversation, I get to speak with Tom Conley, president and CEO of the High Point Market Authority, and also the VP principal of their agency, emissary, Neil Marritt. This is an important conversation about the use of beacon technology and its benefits associated with the High Point Market's experience. I'm hoping the result is more retailers adapt this technology within their own retail experiences. Tom, why don't you start off with what your role is with High Point Market Authority, and then if you'd introduce Neil and how you're all working together.
Yeah, I'm Tom Conley. I'm the president and CEO of the High Point Market Authority, and with me today is Neil Marritt. He is the co-founder of Emissary. They are our agency, and Neil has been our technical advisor on the High Point Market app.
Neil?
That summed it up pretty nicely. It's been a good project to work on. It's been a lot of fun, and we're really excited about it. We've got some new updates for the fall. We're excited about that as well.
Cool. Okay, so someone going to High Point this year, what are they going to experience, and how is that experience impacted by having beacons?
Yeah, the beacons for us, our primary use of beacons is to help us with navigation. So we wanted to not only be able to do outdoor navigation around market through the app, but we wanted to be able to provide indoor navigation for those buildings who wanted to have indoor navigation for buyers coming through. We have added 5 new buildings this market. We had IHSC in place for the spring market, so that brings us up to a total of 6. So there's 6 buildings now that have indoor navigation. Can get you directly to a showroom within the building. And you can actually start outside, start your navigation, and will direct you to the building. Once you're in the building, you can continue on until you right to the front door of the showroom. So that was the primary purpose of our meetings.
So I'm an attendee. How do I know that, first, there are beacons now involved, and how am I informed ahead of time on how to really leverage this to enhance my experience? Like, how do we set this up?
Yeah, so with the app, we do promote the app, so we promote to all the buyers that the app is available, talk about the benefits of the navigation, the ability to save exhibitors in your own plan so you can quickly access them. And you can do this online on the website, and you can do it on the app itself. So you can actually create a list of exhibitors you're interested in seeing on the website, and once you log into the app, that information is transferred directly into the app, so it's there and ready for you. From there, we have, within the app itself, every exhibitor you look at gives you the option to navigate to them. If the building has beacons in it, it will navigate to the front door of the showroom. If the beacons are not in a certain building, then it will navigate you to that building. For example, we have a lot of buildings here at High Point that are just single-tenant buildings up and down Main Street, for example. And so if you're going outdoor navigation, it will navigate you right to that location on Main Street. So it gets you end-to-end in pretty much most situations. Each building that does have beacons is a different color within the app, so it's easy to identify which ones have beacons and which one don't, where the indoor navigation is available. And we do signage and other things like that to make sure that users know that's a feature.
Excellent. So these balloons around me are because of an anniversary, which is a surprise, but I kept them up because they remind me of beacons, but they don't really look like beacons. So can we go deeper into what a beacon looks like, how they're provided?
Yeah, a beacon really is about a 2-inch square. It's Bluetooth technology, and it runs off of a Bluetooth chip within a little plastic square. It runs off of basically a watch battery. These can be mounted just about anywhere. And by having a series of different beacons placed within a certain space of each other, the pinging back and forth of a Bluetooth sensor to your phone basically triangulates you anywhere you are within the building. And so what a beacon allows us to do outside of just normal GPS dollar navigation, which is usable outdoors, is it actually allows us to do a Z-axis. So we determine now not only where you are in X-Y coordinates, but we also do Z coordinates. So as you go up floors, for example, we know that instead of being on the second floor, you're now on the third floor. And that's really what the beacons allow us to do. And we can provide a blue dot experience for navigation around the building. The other big benefit of it doesn't require Wi-Fi, so we don't have to worry about Wi-Fi connections throughout any of these buildings. And we can provide that seamless transition through the GPS version, which is outdoors, right into the Bluetooth version with beacons that is indoors.
Okay, you guys work pretty well together, right? Now imagine working even better in a seamless partnership as a finely tuned duo, a well-crafted combo. Okay, you get the idea. Look, these days product data is everything. Consider all the time spent creating and updating all that information about the products manufacturers make and retailers sell. You think you're in control of your product data, but maybe it's product data that's controlling you. For every product, there could be dozens and dozens of versions and variations and styles. Just keeping all that product data current and accurate between manufacturers, retailers, and all of those online channels, well, it's enough to strain even the best partnerships. After all, manufacturers should not be the data bad guy, and retailers should not have to beg for data updates and revisions. Engaging in endless conversations about product data details is not why either of you got into this business, now was it? But solving all those headaches is exactly why we did. We're Amber Engine and we're built to make sense of it all, with a product that finally offers a data solution for manufacturers and retailers. All product data, all product imagery, gathered in one convenient portal so manufacturers can manage and retailers can download data they want in the format they need, driving sales faster and more effectively to their customers better than ever before. Retailers and manufacturers should focus on what makes them great. Amber Engine solves the product data problem and helps make that possible. Get back to remembering why you got into this business in the first place. It's time for you to take control of your products and not let your product data control you anymore. Visit us at amberengine.com to learn more about how your life could get so much easier.
Excellent. So, Tom, we have retailers that are going to be watching this. What have you learned from this experience that informs or could inform a retailer on what the opportunity is by using beacons?
I think the opportunities for retailers are huge, Dean, and I say that because I've done a little bit of reading up on beacon use other than in trade shows. We interviewed a lot of different vendors when we talked about going into this whole project. And they've been used at airports, and they have been used at hospitals, and they've been used in shopping centers and at retail. So for furniture retailers, I think there's a great opportunity. A few years ago, we heard a lot of talk about showrooming when the consumer would come in, check a price, and then go to their phone and compare price points on a certain style of furniture. If a retailer has a beacon, and as long as that Bluetooth is turned on in that consumer's phone, they'll be able to communicate with that consumer the minute that the consumer walks into the store and turn that whole showrooming issue into a positive experience. They'll be able to place beacons throughout their store. They'll be able to find out where the consumer travels, what vignettes are more popular, what product categories are more popular. So the uses for a retailer are huge. And frankly, the technology, the beacons themselves are very inexpensive. It's the software that surrounds the beacon where you can get into some of that.
So, like for a website where you'll have a heat map, as a retailer, you can actually have a heat map of your entire retail store and make product placement decisions off of that and how you set it up and make changes, and you could be testing it live throughout the day.
That's exactly right.
Now, you can actually get down to things like dwell time in front of a certain product, things of that nature. So it's very useful from just an analytical point of view. Just to add on to what Tom was saying, in the retail environment, there's actually some really interesting technology coming out in the beacon space that has not just to do with Bluetooth, but they also now have Wi-Fi beacons. So you can put these beacons out, and it doesn't necessarily require a customer to onboard an app at all. Just by adding a phone on them, you're able to get these analytics. So in our case, we use Bluetooth beacons because of the quantity of meetings that we had in place. Ours is focused primarily on navigation. We still get heat mapping and other things like that, but you have to use the app to get that functionality. There are things in retail settings now working off the Wi-Fi where as long as something has a button on them in their pocket and they're walking through, you're able to get those analytics whether they onboard the app or not.
So some retailers we know have done away with like the price signs. Instead, they're digital signs associated that they can make changes universally, not only at that store, but all stores. So in theory, you could be using this technology and it could influence your pricing throughout the day.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely. You could also go to a situation where you could drive a consumer to check his or her phone to get a price and do instant price comparisons if you want with this kind of technology. It makes the interactiveness of shopping in a brick and mortar store so much more desirable. And for those folks that are complaining about the online retailer, the e-tailer taking over, this is the way for the brick and mortar retailer to combat the online e-tailer.
Yeah, outstanding. Very, very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, you combine this with an app. Say you have an app or something along those lines in your store that a customer can bring up and use as well. You could be in front of a certain product, and the consumer could say, "Oh, I'm interested in this. I'd like more information," and just by the proximity or within the product, they can say, "Oh, this is the product," and push the information to your phone, so you'll have more information about it. So there's all sorts of interesting things that you've got to
I've read that heavy trafficked apparel stores are using it for checkout as well now. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, there's more stuff coming down the pipe every day is what's interesting about it. So, the full experience can be delivered to people electronically throughout retail environments. And it's just interesting stuff that's going on there.
Yeah, outstanding. Anything else before we break apart?
I think that's, I guess I would report to you that from the April market, we had an extremely good uptake in the app use. In one market, we more than halved the app use from the previous app, which we had for 4 markets. So we're really pleased that the acceptance of this app has been so positively received. And we hope that everybody that used it last market will use it again, and then those that are coming to market maybe for the first time or that didn't use it last market will use it again. The folks that use it love it, and it's very, very useful.
Well, I love that we could introduce a technology at the market to overcome some of the finding things and all the, what is it, wayfaring or wayfinding, that you could use that, and then they're actually seeing the experience, so looking at how it applies to their own store is that much easier. So I appreciate that you're doing that.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, for us, it's just providing a better experience for the buyers coming in. Providing a better navigation, getting people to where they want to go to in the most efficient way possible, and makes your day a little bit easier. You can fit more in. It's really what this is about.
We are so respectful of the buyer's time, and we know they're not spending more time, so we want to help to make them as efficient as possible. Because we're also respectful of the huge amount of dollars that the exhibitors spend to put on this great market. So we've got buyers that need things. We've got exhibitors that are spending money, and we want to make sure that the market experience is as robust as it can.
Outstanding. Thank you guys very much.